Riverside has new layouts you can use in Studio. That means when you're live streaming and recording, you can choose new picture-in-picture options, ways to share screen in engaging ways, and the best part is whatever layouts you choose while you're recording in the studio will be carried over into the Riverside Editor, saving you even more time in the editing process. Here's how to use the new studio layouts in Riverside. I'm logged into my Riverside account, and let's jump into a studio to record. Once you're in the studio, you'll see a new tool at the bottom center called Layouts. Click Layouts to expand, and you'll see new layouts for both you and a co-host or guest, 2/3 and 1/3 layouts, and new layouts for sharing your screen, where you can be small in a circle in the corner, or one of my favorites is actually a vertical picture-in-picture. I'm going to take myself out of full screen and start sharing content so you can see what it looks like. I'll also hit record so you can see what this looks like in the Riverside Editor. But now that I'm recording, and this will also be sent to a live stream if you connect that, I'm going to go ahead and go to the Share tool and then share a new window. And here, I'll share our window talking about the new co-creator in the Riverside Editor. You should check that out too, video linked above and down in the description. And now I can go to the Layouts tool here, and maybe I want that vertical picture-in-picture layout. This is one of my favorites. Well, now this is being recorded and sent to my live stream. I can also add myself in a picture-in-picture circle, like right here, or I can still choose to share my 16:9 frame and the screen share next to me. I'll go back to that vertical picture-in-picture view and then stop sharing. I'm actually going to invite a remote guest so we can take a look at some of the other layouts. Now with a remote guest, we can have the side-by-side layout, or I can go to that 1/3, 2/3 look. I can also swap, maybe pinning myself, so I'm 2/3 and the guest is 1/3, or I can go to that full 16:9 view, or go back to that grid, splitting it 50-50. You can also go full screen on the active speaker, which again is great for live streams. Now let's stop recording and let's take a look at these layouts in the editor. Here on the project page, let's jump into the editor by going to Create and then clicking Edit. As always, you get that full transcript so you can edit just by selecting and deleting text. It's as easy as that. And if we look down at the timeline, we'll see there's some scene changes. And sure enough, when I shared my screen in Studio while we were recording, this is the layout I was using. I have a vertical picture-in-picture with a screen share. And then here in the editor, I can apply my brand with a single click, and I'm almost ready to export. Now you can always use our AI tools to remove silences, remove filler words, and mute people when they're not speaking. That's the Smart Mute feature. But you can also use the co-creator in the editor to generate titles, show notes for your podcast, and even create engaging clips of your long-form content. I can ask it for a thing like episode titles, and here I have 5 ideas for episode titles, all based on the recording. Then I can go in and ask it for newsletters, for social media posts, and if you want to change the layout to something different you had in the studio, you can use the layout tool here. You can choose to change this scene or all similar scenes, which that will affect any scene where you are sharing content. And you can choose from the circle picture-in-picture. You can even change the size of that circle by clicking large here. You could change how you and your co-host were displayed. Maybe you prefer that zoomed in 50-50 look, or you want to go with 2 off to the side and then add some video B-roll or slides. Well, you can use our image, video, or text overlay tools. Add those images or slides all right here in the Riverside Editor. Alignment guides let you know when it's centered. And then when you're ready, you can export this content in up to 4K quality. And those are studio layouts in Riverside. Now, if you'd like to learn more about Co-Creator and what it can do in the Riverside Editor, like add B-roll or even background music, just asking it in natural language, check out our video on Co-Creator in the editor right up here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. Lots of new features coming soon. And if you missed a few, I did a roundup of 15 powerful AI tools all built into Riverside. You can watch that video right up here. Thanks for watching. We can't wait to see what you create.